Real Madrid has started the league really strongly this time in terms of match results, as they are the only team in La Liga to win all 5 matches of the league so far and sitting pretty comfortably at the top of the table with 15 points, 2 points ahead of their arch-rival Barcelona. The new signings, one of the most talented young footballers of the planet right now, the English kid Jude Bellingham, is playing phenomenal for both club and countries. So if I were a Real Madrid fan, I would be very pleased with how things are going for Real Madrid so far. But should I? That's just a partial pretty picture, to be honest, at least it seems so to me. So let's jump into a thorough analysis to see how Real Madrid's season might be at the end of next June.
Let's find out.
The most worrying issue for Madrid this season is their injury issue and lack of signing to cover that. We have seen in recent years that Madrid has gone to the model of signing 1-2 clutch players or top talents and not interested in buying a lot of random players with huge potential, whether they fit their system or not, like some other clubs are doing.
Why did you drag me into this?
And this system has worked really well for them so far. They bought players like Valverde, Vinicius, Rodrigo, Camavinga, Bellingham, and almost all of them have been performing at a very high level for them. The problem is, one of the main reasons these players played at such a great level was players like Modric, Kroos, Casemiro and Benzema playing alongside them. All of them were among the best in their positions in world football, if not the best. The problem is, their service either has or is coming to an end.
I can't keep doing this forever.
Casemiro and Benzema have already left Real Madrid, and Modric and Kroos, though deliver some insane performance from time to time, they don't have the same amount of football in their legs anymore week in and week out.
I'm too old for this.
Now just before starting the season, Madrid has got 2 huge blows as 2 of their main pillars of the defense, Courtois and Militao, got injured for a very long time. Militao, though very important, is somewhat replaceable, but I can't say the same for Courtois. In my opinion, he is among the top 3 goalkeepers in the world, and the service he provides, especially in the super intense knockout stage of Champions League football, is really unparalleled. Though Kepa has started pretty solid for Madrid in the first few games, I'd be really surprised if he can deliver the same level of magic in UCL as Courtois did when needed.
And for now, that will have to do.
One of the most worrying parts for Real Madrid this time would be their striking position, as the evergreen Karim Benzema isn't there anymore, and Real have bought his replacement in the form of Joselu, but they are nowhere near the same. Benzema had 20 plus goals and assists in 7 of his last 9 league campaigns. On the other hand, Joselu never really had 20 plus goals and assists in his entire league career. Just like Bellingham, he also honestly started this season pretty brightly than most people expected, but let's see how it goes eventually. La Liga has been a 2-horse race for most part of our childhood, but Atletico Madrid did have their period of golden time for a good few years in between. In the last 5 years, Barcelona has owned the league twice, Real Madrid twice and Atletico once. But if we actually look back a good 15-20 years, Barcelona has been way more dominant in the league than Real Madrid, and Real Madrid has been more dominant than anyone in the world in Champions League. For most teams, when they win the UCL, their superiority can be noticed throughout the year in all other major tournaments. We have seen that with good old Manchester United, Bayern Munich, and recently with Liverpool and Manchester City. However, that's weirdly not true for Real Madrid and Chelsea.
Why not? Why not?
Madrid won UCL a lot of times when no one was considering them favorites. There were way more composed, well-playing teams in the UCL in those particular seasons, but they keep on finding their ways. And for a good part of the last 10 years or so, they had the perfect manager to win the Champions League, Carlo Ancelotti and Zinedine Zidane, both of whom are a mastermind in knockout football. So all things said, we should be very excited about Madrid's current campaign, right? They still have Ancelotti, UCL is just about to start, and they had even a perfect start at the league. So should we worry about Madrid's season at all? Well, honestly I think we should. Now let's go a little deeper. Though Madrid has won all 5 of their opening games, the manner that they have won those games is very similar to what they do in the Champions League. They score some clutch goals in the dying moments of the games, and their new signing Jude Bellingham has started the league as fantastically as anyone could dream of. The problem with that is this kind of clutch moment win is good enough for winning the Champions League because there are only 7 games to win, and if you consider both legs, it actually 4 games. But a league season consists of an enormous 38 games and it's super tough to win matches one after another like that.
Almost there.
You need to be dominant consistently to win the league over a huge period of time, and that's the concerning part for Madrid. Though they have won the league twice in last 4 years, that credit also goes to Barcelona, who were going through a rebuilding phase, and as I said, La Liga in a nutshell is a 2-horse race, and it depends a lot for both Real Madrid and Barcelona how their arch rivals are performing. And Barcelona this season has strengthened their squads with 3 amazing players like Gundogan, Cancelo and Felix. They already have a solid system built in last year. Pedri, Gavi and Lewandowski, Araujo all played great in their respective positions, and with the inclusion of these 3 top players, I think they have a slight edge on being consistent than Madrid. Madrid's wins are currently depending a lot on Jude Bellingham's performance, and if he hits a bad patch or an injury, I think Madrid will be in real danger. Though they are ahead of Barcelona in the league right now, I won't get super excited about that as it was the case last season too for I think at least 12th game week, but eventually they finished 10 points below Barca. Generally, Real Madrid's UCL performances are one of the most unpredictable things of the sports world, and their season is often defined by how they did in UCL. But if I really have to predict, I do think Madrid is not the favorite this time. They are a good few steps behind than Manchester City, who are undoubtedly the best team in the world right now, and teams like Bayern Munich and Arsenal might also give them a good fight if they face each other. Though again, we have seen Madrid winning games in UCL with greater odds, so anything can happen. But my calculative prediction is I would be surprised if they win the Champions League this season. It can definitely happen if they get to avoid some of the names I mentioned in the knockout stage. Before concluding, I do think Madrid has a very exciting squad in building. When the injury problem is gone and they finally buy a solid goal scoring players like Mbappe or of the profile of Kane, Benzema, Lewandowski, they will again be world beaters. But this might take a year or 2. This year for Madrid will be good, but they might just fall a little short in both league and UCL. But Real Madrid is a team who makes miracles happen every day, so I'm really excited to see how their season unfolds. That's it for today guys. Let us know in the comment who you think will win the La Liga and the Champions League this season. If you like this video, please dump a like and subscribe to our channel for more football related content like this. Until next time, tada!